Hi, well, I'm just back from seeing the movie Kick-Ass. I've got to say that this movie is it's really good. I definitely recommend you seeing it. I'm going to try and do this review spoiler free, which is going to be very hard to do. So if you've seen the trailers, basically you pretty much know the plot of the movie. You know, young fellow wants to be a superhero. There's reasons given for that at the start of the movie to make you realise why he might decide to do this. Certain things in his life haven't quite worked out for the best, and he sort of latches on to comic books, which is something that he cares about as a way of escapism from his mundane life, and obviously the bad things that have happened to him. This has sort of been done before, of course, but not done with the same sort of sense of humour. This movie has similarities to Watchmen, obviously, where you've got people with no powers being superheroes, but Watchmen is a very sort of melancholy film. It pretty much finds everything that's bad in life and gives you reasons to why would the world even be worth saving, whereas Kick-Ass sort of looks at life a totally different way and sort of gives reasons why it wouldn't be a bad thing if there was superheroes in the world. The action is pretty gory. It's pretty up there, you know. They don't hold back on the blood and the gore, and the violence is pretty cool. Mainly from an 11-year-old girl who has some colourful language, but nowhere near as bad as the media make out. You know, or this 11-year-old girl who goes around swearing all the time. She doesn't really. She says a few bad words, but that's about it. In fact, it's a bit of a shame, really, that this certificate on it is 18. Because I think that this film probably will appeal to 15 and above. There's lots of pop culture references in there. There's even a Modern Warfare 2 reference in there. Well, I think it's Modern Warfare 2, but you'll know what I mean when you see the end of the film. You know, it's really for generation Xbox or whatever the generation is today. There's a lot of stuff out there referencing for that generation. I'm more of the old school, Nirvana times, Star Wars time, but I saw a lot of that stuff, you know, and I related to it still, even though I'm getting old. It's definitely stuff in there for the people who are in their late 30s, like myself, as well as the youngsters. But the characters in it are fantastic. I'd have to say probably my favourite three were Big Daddy, Hit Girl, and Red Mist, who were played by McLovin from Superbad. But he doesn't really steal the show. It's Hit Girl's and Big Daddy's film, really. Those two characters are the ones that sort of have the best moments, as long with the bad guy in it. It was pretty cool. Who was McLovin's dad? What's his name? Mark Strong, I think his name was. He's a British actor, and yeah, I really liked his villain. I thought he was pretty cool. And the bad guys are sort of they're sort of comical, sort of bumbling characters, which works pretty well in the film when you see each one of them sort of bite the dust. Big Daddy, played by Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is one of his best films, I think, or best performances. He's channeling Adam West from the old Batman series from the 60s. The way he's delivering his lines when he's actually dressed as Big Daddy is really funny. Had the audience laughing a lot. The soundtrack in it is really great. You hear a lot of it from the trailers, but it really fits well within the action of the film. The guy that played Kick-Ass, he's a British guy. There's quite a few British actors in it actually, but that's probably why we've been lucky enough to see it first. I'm not sure why, but I think there's a heavy British involvement in this film. But he's, you know, as far as I know, I've lived in America for a couple of years, and his accent seemed pretty spot on to me. The guy that played Kick-Ass, and you know, his character sort of is meant to sort of take a back seat to the other people. Really, it's not really meant to be that's sort of a standout guy really. Anyway, and his storyline is very sort of typical of a nerd or a geek trying to get himself noticed in the world, but it's still interesting. It's still fun. I mean, even though I'm saying he's probably the least interesting characters of the four main characters, he's still a good character. That's basically it. I mean, I don't want to really ruin anything for you. I would just recommend you to go out and see the film. It's fantastic. It's well written. It's funny. There's cool action scenes in it. It looks great. It wasn't made for much money compared to the blockbusters nowadays, and I think this movie's got every chance of being, you know, a cult movie in 20 years' time, easy, for you guys when you reach my old age of, you know, 38. You know, you'll probably look back and say, oh, I watched this film when I was 18 years old, and you know, there's nothing nowhere near it as anything good nowadays as the film I saw when I was 18, Kick-Ass, awesome film. And I think that's how you'll feel about it. And you know, definitely, if you've got a chance, go out and see it. Go out and see it. It's a great movie. Hope you enjoyed my review. Sorry it wasn't giving too much away if you wanted that, but honestly, you're better off. The least you know about the film, the better for when you finally go and see it. So go see it. Catch you later.